Hi, Jenni here. And I started listening to Marina's music a couple of years ago, just, as a casual listener. But this spring, I decided to take on as a project to listen through her discography and see if it is for me. Surprise, it is. I absolutely love her music. And I thought I would make a video where I rank her albums. I know my opinions on what are the best albums might cause some mayhem. My opinion might be an unpopular one. However, it is my opinion, and if you disagree with it, that's fine. So, Marina is a Welsh Greek pop artist. She released her debut album in 2010, The Family Jewels. And since then, she has been considered kind of like an alternative pop artist, maybe, because her music is very pop, Europop, and influences from different types of pop, which I absolutely love. But she is still considered kind of like alternative, maybe lyrically and in some other ways as well, like her image and her melodies on the albums and so on. Okay, so here's my ranking of Marina's albums. Number 6 for me is Electra Heart. Oh my god, I can feel the hate comments coming in. But to me, I still like the album. It's like a time capsule to 2012 pop, and it's fun. And I think lyrically it's incredible. Again, just because it's the last one, it doesn't mean that I don't like it. But like I said, it's a time capsule to 2012, and in a way, it felt like I was listening to 2012 pop, not just, pop. So maybe I would say that it hasn't aged in a way that could still pass as a modern pop album. But there's nothing wrong with having a 2012 pop album. I love that era of pop. I think she serves a really strong concept in the album, and it's very sonically tight, if that makes sense. But at times the production is very similar within the songs. That's probably because of the producers of the album. And yeah, I do want to say that one of the reasons that I felt a bit iffy about listening to this album is that much of it was produced by Dr. Luke, who is an alleged rapist. I know that my other faves have songs produced by him as well, so I'm not saying like this is like Marina's fault, if that makes sense. But in a way, it felt a bit jarring here, his production in 2025. But still, I would say it's a good album, even though it's on the 6th place. Number 5 for me is The Family Jewels. I know this debut album of hers has like a cult following, and it's very particular to the era of 2010s internet, especially Tumblr. And I can appreciate that, definitely. But kind of like with Electra Heart, it does feel like it belongs to that era, if that makes sense. But again, I feel like this album has such strong songs. I really love 17. Oh no. I also love I'm Not a Robot. This album is very unique in its sound. It's very on your face at times, but also very vulnerable. And I really like that aspect of it. However, I feel like some of the songs just don't hit with me, if that makes sense. But I do like this album as well. When I first listened to this album, it felt a lot. Like it was at your face, in your face. And I understand that, and I think that's a really interesting concept. But when I listened to the album more, I could kind of see it as a full body of work and what Marina is trying to message with her album, and it's much more beyond than just being in your face. Alright, so after those unpopular opinions, let's continue with another one. Number 4 is Love Plus Fear. I know, I love this album so much. It's very much the type of pop that I really enjoy. Handmade Heaven, Orange Trees, Soft to Be Strong. I love the whole album so much. Lyrically, yeah, I think it could be stronger, but I feel like this journey that Marina has been on through her albums, I just think they just show how much better and better she's becoming as a writer. But yeah, production-wise, it's a lovely album. I really love listening to it. I might be biased because I listened to this album a lot while I was in Crete for holiday, so I have these lovely memories attached to the album. And yeah, I know that within the Marina fandom, a lot of people do not like this album, and it makes me sad because I'm sure Marina was happy about releasing this body of work, and I really do like it because, once again, it's the type of pop that I really enjoy. Alright, moving on to top 3, and I have to say, the placings for 3 and 2 switch constantly. I feel like this top 3 is really strong and just show how incredible Marina is as an artist. But I will go with the placings for 2 and 3 with how I'm feeling right now while I'm filming this. It could change by the time you see this. So for me, number 3 is Princess of Power, so Marina's latest release. I really like the concept of each song being at different level in a video game and then the last song being final boss. Lyrically, production-wise, great, beautiful, Europop pop sounds. Cantissimo. That's a genius song and such a great decision for a single and like the whole image for the album. Adult Girl, Everybody Knows I'm Sad. Ooh, those songs I felt deeply in my soul. Obviously it's her own personal journey, but I could see myself in those songs as well. And overall, I really enjoy this album, and it is really great that number 6 in Marina's catalog is like an excellent album still, rather than like a sad attempt to reviving old popularity. Alright, then at the second place I have Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land. I feel like thematically this one is very authentic, honest and strong. She discusses multiple political issues on this album, and it's not just one vague song about vague political stances like many pop stars do. Her personal views are completely on the album, not just one track but the whole album, and I really like the way she delivered her anti-capitalism message through these songs. This was also the first album from Marina I listened to way back in 2022, and I was really impressed with it. I didn't become like a fan back then, but I was really impressed with it. And yeah, it's so great to have a pop star who is so committed to these political beliefs, and it's not just like a gimmick or just a way to capitalize off of the movement. Marina actually like believes in what she is saying, and I can feel it through this record. Okay, by now you've guessed it. So my favorite album from Marina is Fruit. I feel like this is a very common opinion. Oh my god, Fruit is such an amazing album. Lyrically, some of her best work. Just alone the lyric, I am not afraid of God, I am afraid of men, gives the album the top spot in my opinion, because I feel like it captures so much of how women feel in the world. I love the song Happy, and again, just a beautiful body of work, and how coherent every song is with each other without getting repetitive. And I'm really happy to have experienced it this way after the release of the album, because I could see that this was like a phenomenon online and people were really loving Fruit. But like now, being an adult and engaging with the art, I feel like is even more special. And I know this might sound like I don't have much to say about Fruit other than that it's excellent. I feel like if I were to like dissect the album further, that would deserve its own video. So maybe I'll do that one day. But yeah, that is my ranking of Marina's albums. If you listen to Marina, what do you think? What are your favorite albums from Marina? I'll leave your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I might make more ranking videos from my favorite artists, so let me know if that's something that interests you. And I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!